知底细的非法移民。我的城市比现在干净安全得多，晚上出个门也不必提心吊胆。相比哈里斯拜登执政这4年，川普在的时候，我的日子要好过得多。
如果你也有同感，请为川普投票。毕竟我们选的是能办事的总统，又不是提供情绪价值的老头。
Paid for by Common Sense Maryland PAC and not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee.
They have some guys get home, but he breaks a tackle and takes off, and he's a terrific runner in the open field. Although Jahan Campbell had the best shot at him. Third Saturday in October, tradition that dates back to 1939. The rivalry goes back to 1901. There's the Taco Bell Live Más student section all season long. Student sections across the country competing to be the Taco Bell Live Más student section of the year. Download the Taco Bell app to learn more. Finally, something to cheer for. 91 yards in 7 plays. 6 of them were rushes. 5 for 51 of the drive for Sampson. And Iamaleava had the 27-yard run that got them down inside the 10. So we're tied at 7, 6.5 to go in the third quarter. In a very important game in the SEC with an eye toward the college football playoff. The Turbeville kickoff is a touchback. Here's our player check-in presented by Allstate.
And one thing, Alabama's going to be committed to the run game, so they're going to get some one-on-ones with Ryan Williams. This is the one-on-one against Jermod McCoy. Look at the eyes from McCoy. Just incredible with his eyes. Plays the back shoulder beautifully. Intercepts the pass with one hand miraculously. Then Jalen learns from it. He looks the other direction at Ricky Gibson. Throws it perfectly. It's not as well covered, and it's resulted in a touchdown. So it's really more about players over plays, taking advantage of favorable matchups is what they're going to do in the passing game moving forward.
Second possession of the half for Alabama. They had 7 straight runs on their opening possession. First pass of the half is complete. And it's Ryan Williams again for 13 yards.
Jermod McCoy, Ryan Williams, that's been a battle all game long, and Ryan Williams with his 14th target.
And his 7th catch. Nothing doing there. Jan Miller stopped by Caleb Herring. Listed as third-team defensive lineman. As we said, they go 3 deep across that 4-man defensive line.
Really important for Jalen Milroe here to get half of this back. Make third down more manageable and get the ball out.
Another clean pocket. All kinds of bodies tangled, and a flag thrown against Jermod McCoy, we think, as he got tangled with Jeremy Bernard.
Pass interference, defense number 3. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
McCoy's a very physical corner. Worked in press coverage, man coverage against Bernard. Bernard's trying to break it to the outside, and it's a pretty easy call there for the official. But at some point, Bama's going to take a shot. They really haven't tried anything downfield. At some point, it's coming, and that one looked like it might have a chance.
Second pass interference call against the Volunteers today. From the 48 rather of Tennessee. Defensive coordinator's been here all 4 years with Josh Heupel. Brought some pressure after Milrose, now 16 to 29 for 154. A touchdown and interception, and he's been sacked twice. There's Tim Banks on the right.
That's the teeth shot right there. I mean, they had it called. It was max protect, and yet you still don't have time to get it off. Tennessee, one of the best in the country with the pass rush, have allowed just 7 attempts over 25 yards. It's the second fewest in the country because of how fast they get home.
Looked like there was movement, and there was along the right end of the offensive line. The big tackle, Elijah Pritchett, started to retreat before the snap, I believe.
Looked like the end flinched, too.
Offside. Defense number 97. A movement by the defense caused the offense to react.
Okay.
5-yard penalty. Suck down.
Jason Jenkins also listed as a third-teamer on the defensive line.
You see just that sudden flinch, and as a result, Elijah Pritchett just moved ever so slightly. That's a bigger penalty than you realize now, because second 5, you got your whole playbook available to you. Run it or throw it.
Third offside penalty against Tennessee. They've been penalized 6 times now and are helping this Alabama drive along. Kendrick Law. Kendrick Law belted down. And they're going to mark it at the 25. 18 yards on the play to Law. With one long play in the first half, he had a 20-yard catch and run.
Spot here, though, when Tim Banks starts to sense that the defense is reeling a little bit, he'll kind of jolt the system with a blitz. Let's see if he dials up a little pressure against Alabama.
Milroe after the fake, following Oots. And dropped for a 1-yard loss. Jermod McCoy, not just a clever man, stopping the run play. And with all these runs on both sides, the third quarter moving by very briskly.
Tennessee's done an outstanding job all game long, really containing Jalen Milroe. At some point, all it takes is one crease, and he can take it the distance. But they have really kept him bottled up, and when he has taken off outside the tackle, they've tackled in the open field.
Second and 11. Four-man rush, all kinds of time. Open receiver and a first down. C.J. Dupree for a 12-yard gain. And there's a volunteer player down on the field, Jermod McCoy. And a timeout on the field with 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Alabama driving in a 7-7 game.
You've been accused of plagiarizing your master's thesis. You tell the truth. You can have this bucket of Bud Lights.
I'll go first.
No.
Professor Wilkins has been taking karate classes ever since that saxophone girl put him in a headlock.
That was a secret.
Now it's a beer.
Everybody, let's focus, please.
Shop Macy's lowest prices of the fall season for the best prices on what you need now. Like coats, sweaters, and updates for your home. Plus, don't miss limited time specials. Today at Macy's.
Welcome aboard! The greatest squares in the universe have come together to create the Wendy's Krabby Patty Collab Burger. Ready to learn more?
I'm ready!
It has Wendy's fresh, never-frozen beef and a secret Krabby Collab sauce.
Tell me more.
The patty is, wait for it, square!
Such perfection.
Now I'm ready. For the Krabby Patty Collab meal you're craving, gotta be Wendy's.
Order up.
Democracy at work. Whoa, how did this thing go so sideways? Let's start with these town halls. They're food deserts. Cold coffee and donut holes, stop it. Are we saying sausage is the key to forming a more perfect union? Can't hurt. And may we suggest a little more town, less hall? Fresh air, sunshine, fire up a little barbecue and a. We the people need to keep it juicy.
With investing options from Navy Federal Credit Union, Rob feels financially at ease, which means he can worry about other things like landing this fish. What if the fish is really big? What if it's not a fish? What if it's treasure? What if the treasure is cursed? Rob has a lot of things to worry about, but as a member of Navy Federal, his finances aren't one of them. Become a member today. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Check out Mahomes' top 3 plays of the day. He scrambles into T-Mobile to get that new iPhone 16 Pro on us. It's a little shimmy, shimmy, shake. What you think, Kyle?
It's like he's chasing an ice cream truck.
Ice cream! He got his iPhone 16 Pro, the first iPhone built for Apple intelligence.
Cuz holding it up like a baby lion.
Homie takes those T-Mobile savings and calls it a day.
Respect.
Now at T-Mobile.com, get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. And families can save 20% every month versus the other big guys.
Today, let's paint with Behr, America's most trusted paint brand.
Wait, we don't have Behr.
Well, with Behr, you can paint a whole room for under $100. How much did you spend?
More.
I thought you said you researched this.
Don't overpay for your next project. Get Behr quality at an everyday low price. Only at the Home Depot.
Tennessee's best cornerback, Jermod McCoy, limping off after he got hit in the lower back by the knee of the big offensive lineman, Jaden Roberts.
Usually when corner goes out, if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm making a note of it. Jalen McMurray now is in, and he's up top against Jeremy Bernard. I'm going right at that new corner in the ballgame.
7th play of the Alabama drive, trying to retake the lead. It led 7-0 at the half. Flip to Law, and he gets buried for a loss. Did well to hang on to the ball. Of course, if it hit the ground, it would have been an incomplete pass. Joshua Joseph's there for Tennessee. 3-yard loss.
Great recognition by Joseph. This is the play that Alabama ran really early in the game and had a ton of success out the right side. That time, Joseph recognizes it and drops it for another lost yardage play.
4 receivers to Milrose left. One of them, the running back Haynes, who went in motion toward the line. They throw to the single coverage side. Williams was being held for a moment. Let's see his jersey being pulled by Ricky Gibson the third. That's the 15th target for Williams. He has a career-high 7 catches today.
I said it a moment ago. It might have gotten away with the tug of the jersey right there. Probably should have been holding on Ricky Gibson, but said got tacked that fresh corner. They moved Gibson to the other side, and they're just a play late where they could have had a big play.
That's 100% a penalty. Matt Austin, our referee, in agreement. 3rd down and 13. Jamon McCoy back on the field. Milroe will try it again into a crowd and incomplete. Threw a 50-50 ball. And it was Ricky Gibson who had the coverage. The sophomore, another Alabama native from Trussville. And another ball thrown into jeopardy by Jalen Milroe.
It was a pretty good initial release by Ryan Williams, but he kind of stumbles as he gets beyond.
At TD Bank, we see millions of transactions, but it's the humans behind them that matter most. It's why we're leaders, with guidance and solutions that put people at the center. That's how every TD employee helps make our bank the greet you and your dog by your name, open longer when you need us kind of place. Because believing people matter most is how we're making banking unexpectedly human.
Bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fire away, fire away. Ricochet, you take your aim. Fire away, fire away. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Good night, Katie. Good night, Megan.
We're told today. Todd Helton, who was honored on the field between one of the stoppages in play. Great baseball player here, of course, went on to the Colorado Rockies, had a Hall of Fame career as the Dick Hauser Woodwarders, the college baseball player here in '95. And elected to the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame in 2024. Hit .316 for his career. 5 times an All-Star. It's the answer to the Aflac trivia question. Kickoff from Connor Talty is a touchback. So off their best drive, their only scoring drive of the game last time around. Will they go back and lean heavily on the run on this possession, starting from their own 25?
I think you have to. And Sampson, once he starts to kind of smell blood in the water, that's when he really gets going. And this offensive line started to open up some holes. I'd expect them to continue to really lean on the run game.
A collision out wide in front of the Alabama sideline has the fans oohing and eyeing. King Mack is down on the field for Alabama. Kalen DeBoer is out on the field hollering at the official nearest him and now at a couple of others.
And this is just it's a fake penalty. I mean, King Mac, number 5 at the top, goes in and then all of a sudden just goes down. I mean, that's a fake injury. I mean, he's not hurt. He goes down to save Alabama some time, but Kalen DeBoer is really frustrated with the officials not really allowing Alabama, it appears, to substitute. So that's seemingly what they're talking about right now.
Well, college football needs to do something about this. You know, the fake injury thing is an epidemic. You know, there's no rule against it. There's language in the rule book about it being unethical.
Legal substitution. Defense. Left the field, re-entered. 5-yard penalty. Remaining first down.
Well, that's a bizarre play. Let's bring in Matt Austin, see if he can provide some clarity. Matt, what do you think happened here? I think he's saying he should have been able to substitute. And Kalen DeBoer, a pretty mild-mannered guy ordinarily, has had enough of the explanations from this officiating crew. Matt, what do you think?
Sean, I'm kind of at a loss because I never saw that if Tennessee substituted in the first place where Alabama would have time to replace.
So now, here we go looking at that, Matt. I mean, it's the first play of the possession. They've just taken the field.
Correct, and that is a substitution. So they should have been able to match up. So I understand why he's upset.
Dylan Sampson runs. So what you're saying is even if the first 11 come onto the field to start possession and stay on the field, the other team can substitute if they want.
Correct, because you don't know what 11 they're going to send out until they get on the field.
So after a 13-yard gain on first down, a catch by Brew McCoy with a short one to the 41-yard line. Sampson went for 8 on the first play, and he's over 100 yards rushing again. Reminiscent of last week, he got stacked up that time. Last week, 19 yards at the half, finished the game with 112. He has scored the touchdown today for Tennessee. He's had a touchdown in every game this year.
You're on a 3rd and 6. I mean, I think you have to be looking in the direction of Brew McCoy. I mean, he's your most reliable weapon. He's got tough cover responsibility, knowing that Damani Jackson's one-on-one against him, and he's lined up inside. But this would be the direction I'd be looking, to my big body wideout on the outside.
Timeout called by Tennessee. The play clock about to wind down.
This will be a 30-second timeout.
Probably a good timeout there by Josh Heupel, too. Looked like blitz pressure. So get your quarterback feeling more comfortable about it.
Well, I'll go back to that substitution situation and the penalty called, 12 men on the field, and bring Matt Austin back in. So they did have the right to substitute. But I guess the question I would have when we saw men running on and off and on and off, Matt, is how much do they need to be allowed in terms of substituting? How long could this go? How many people can you send on and off?
Well, it's the normal substitute. The problem is the referee never went into substitution mechanics. He never put his arms out in the iron cross to let the defense know that they now have time. So the coach was upset. He knows he should have had time to substitute. The referee wasn't aware that it was this, or wasn't calling it a substitution, though he should have. So I understand why the coach is upset. He went ahead and sent his players in to, I guess, prove the point that he should have had a chance to substitute. The reason they got the foul is one guy went in and then came back out, went out and then came back in. You can't do that.
I understand the frustration, too. I mean, Kalen DeBoer is not usually a guy that's overwhelmingly animated unless he knows for sure that he is right. And I believe, like Matt said, that was poor mechanics by the officiating crew.
Well, he's upper Midwest nice from South Dakota. Both of these coaches are natives of South Dakota. The only two FBS head coaches of the 134 who are from South Dakota. Kalen is 49. He'll be 50 this week. He's 3 years older than Heupel. Long throw down the field. Caught! Dante Thornton Jr. down to the 2. With the freshman Jalen Mbakwe in coverage. A 6th 61-yard play. They'll mark it at the 3. Tennessee hurrying to the line. Without substituting, so no substitutions by Alabama.
And they'll hand it off here.
Crowd boos. Alabama players standing over the ball. The officials tell them to get away and get ready. To the end zone. Touchdown! Dylan Sampson again. Tennessee leads for the first time today with a minute to go in the third quarter. Both touchdowns by Sampson, who now has 17 rushing touchdowns, adding to his SEC lead. He was 2 behind the national leader starting today, Ashton Jeanty of Boise State, the Heisman frontrunner. The extra point by Max Gilbert gives the Vols a 4-point lead. The offense was in the witness protection program in the first half. It has come to life here in the third quarter.
Well, they've been close on so many deep balls for the last few weeks, and they finally get one. Third down, 2 to take a chance to throw a low percentage throw down the field. That is a big-time throw from Nico Iamaleava. And so much trust from his coach, allowing him to do it. They pay it off a moment later with another big touchdown for Dylan Sampson, who just lives in the end zone. And Rocky Top is blaring here in Neyland Stadium.
Sampson had 15 rushing touchdowns through the first 6 games. That was the most in SEC history through the first 6 games of a season. He's added 2 more. 61-yard pass play, just shy of the longest of the season for Tennessee. The long was 66. Josh Turbeville kicks off. Sophomore from right here in Knoxville. No chance for Kendrick Law to bring that back. Here's today's college football rankings, brought to you by Verbo, the big one tonight. Top-ranked Texas. And number 5, Georgia, as soon as we're finished here, it'll be on ABC. Oregon, a big winner earlier this week. Penn State and Ohio State idle. Miami wins again.
LSU needs to be very careful. Newly minted in the top 8, going on the road to Arkansas. Very dangerous team that Tennessee is very aware of. And in a rivalry game, be very careful if you're the Bayou Bengals.
They gave the Vols their only loss in Fayetteville. Milroe throws, caught. Ryan Williams spun down at the 30, a gain of 5. He has 17 targets now and 8 catches. The next most targeted wide receiver is Jeremy Bernard with 4. Clearly, Milroe looking for him time and time again with good reason. Bernard delivers a stiff arm, and it's effective, and a flag thrown, 2 flags thrown. Likely a face mask there as McCoy got engaged with Bernard.
Could be on Bernard, too. I mean, his hand was up into the face mask of McCoy.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 3. 15-yard penalty from into the run, automatic first down.
Both guys all over the face mask. You see Bernard up into the face mask of McCoy, and McCoy up in the face mask of Bernard. And for McCoy, he's the one that gets caught.
I'm going to go right. Stay there. Stay there.
So the ball goes to the 48-yard line of Tennessee. Final 20 seconds of the third quarter. Milroe managed to get rid of it and complete it to Kendrick Law. And they got 3 when it looked like it might be a sack.
A tremendous play by Jalen Milroe. I mean, the right side of his offensive line, Elijah Pritchett. What a tough situation having to block one of the best players in America, James Pierce, one-on-one. Milroe somehow has enough strength to be able to get rid of the football to preserve a little bit of field position.
Milroe's pretty strong, 6'2", 225. Our presentation of college football on ABC will return after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Have you had enough?
Marty, it takes a lot of calories to be funny, which explains why you only eat salads.
Where's the bathroom so Steve knows where to be when the check comes?
Bathroom!
Unlimited 2% cash back. The Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card.
Are you ready for an electric joyride? It's just a few clicks away. Introducing electric e-bikes. Experience what it's like to feel like a kid again and feel confident with the best-selling electric bike in the U.S. Only at electricebikes.com.
Is there anything better than an SEC tailgate?
Yep, a Sonic SEC tailgate. With all your Sonic favorites, like delicious Sonic Smashers on food-friendly foam fingers. Here, we wear our colors on the outside and the inside.
My stomach's cheering so hard right now.
That's the Quag, 100% creamy queso. Go long! Sonic in the SEC, a match made in football heaven.
Eddie, my home has found us. We have something my creator needs. There's a key that would free him. He will kill us all. There will be nothing left. There's an army coming that cannot be beaten.
You may not make it out of this alive, buddy.
I will annihilate your world.
Venom: The Last Dance. Rated PG-13. In theaters Thursday.
My schedule's pretty jam-packed these days. I've got 2 free birthday parties on Saturday, and Sunday, that's my me time.
How's that look?
Works for me.
Works for me.
Who just picked up Buffalo Wild Wings Go? The Hankster! Hank! What?
Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go.
Yeah, Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go. Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go?
Jimmy already got B-Dubs.
Okay, Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go delivered. But did he get 10 free boneless wings?
Yeah.
No!
I'm Tom Kane Jr., and I approve this message.
What is the definition of a radical? In New Jersey, it's Sue Altman.
One of the state's most progressive activists.
Radical Sue backed tax hikes, defunding the police, and supports decriminalizing all drugs, including heroin and fentanyl. Radical Sue attacked cops and firefighters, even moderate Democrats. Because Sue Altman's no centrist, she's a radical liberal activist who threatens your future.
When it comes to trust,
No one delivers like Eyewitness News.
I'm excited. It's Hometowns Week, but the conversations were not what I expected.
so is this real?
Your father is the one that I worry about.
He's not going to pick you.
Now I might leave with nobody.
He tried to eat my arm.
Could be infectious.
Let's get them quarantined.
1 or 2 zombies I can manage, but a whole ship full?
Anyone there?
Carson Beck warming up in Austin, getting ready for the showdown. The Georgia Bulldogs, number 5 against number 1 Texas, coming up as soon as we're finished here in Knoxville, where we're heading into the 4th quarter. Tennessee leading 14-10. On second down, long run, Jam Miller. They finally get him down at the 35. He got 11 on 2nd and 8. And he's a little slow to get up. Christian Charles made the tackle.
Really nice run there by Jam Miller. This part of the field, 1st and 10. You got Tennessee on their heels just a little bit. This might be a spot where I'm thinking a deep shot down the field. Either a deep shot or a quarterback run here against what's likely to be an aggressive play call from Tim Banks.
Play fake by Milroe. Throws, open receiver. Jeremy Bernard inside the 10. Chased out by Andre Turrentine. 1st and goal at the 7 after a gain of 28.
Just the thing of beauty here is Jeremy Bernard beats Gibson immediately across the field. Really well executed, well designed, and a great throw.
Poised to take the lead, and they do. A walk-in touchdown for Justice Haynes.
Fucking go! Fucking go! Let's go!
7-yard run. Bama back up by 2 at the extra point to come.
What an answer by Alabama. Just a tremendous job by the left side of the offensive line. Caden Proctor just walling things down. A nice cut by Justice Haynes to go right behind his tackle. And he walks into the end zone. Just a tremendous answer from the Tide in hostile environment after Tennessee just took the lead.
Tennessee went 75 yards in 5 plays to take the lead. Alabama goes 75 in 6 plays to take the lead back. And the Graham Nicholson extra point makes it a 3-point edge.
Who took the lid off the end zone?
Yeah, they did.
I mean, there was a brick wall across the goal line.
It was the 4th straight game in which Alabama has trailed in the 4th quarter. Over the last 15 years, their winning percentage when trailing entering the 4th quarter is .517. They're 15 and 14 in those situations. Of course, that's not a lot of times trailing going into the 4th quarter, but when you have a dynasty team during those years, you're going to have the lead most of the time, but they can do it.
That right there, though, that was Jalen Milroe making a couple of great throws. The protection being rock solid, and then paying it off with the run game at the end. That was just about as calm and as cool as things can possibly be when it felt like the roof was going to come off this place after the touchdown.
Well, the first half wasn't very pretty, and it was 7-0 Alabama at the break, but this is now shaping up like another 3rd Saturday in October classic. 107th meeting all time. Altie's kickoff is short. Fair catch made by Cameron Seldon. The next stop on the F1 schedule is the U.S. Grand Prix at the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. right here on ABC and the ESPN app. P-race coverage begins at 1:30. I was watching Game Day from Austin this morning. They pointed out that the race is only about 12 miles away from the stadium there.
Well, knowing Austin traffic, that's about 2 hours in the car.
Well, if you're in one of those cars, though, you'll get there very quickly. Brew McCoy chased out by Jalen Mbakwe. They got 8 on first down.
You have to wonder if that deep ball that Nico Iamaleava just hit, if that's opened up something with him on the downfield throws.
He's going downfield, wide open receiver, and he overthrew him again. It was Brew McCoy. He just had his 6th catch of the day for 80 yards on the previous play. Well, when he's missed high over and over again deep.
Man, I love the play call by Heupel too. 3rd, 2nd and short. You get a nice gain on first down, and you just miss the seam. That's one that, man, you would just hope that McCoy would be able to maybe jump up and try to make a play on it. Man, that's when your quarterback just can't miss.
3rd down and 2, a big play here. Deshaun Bishop gets the first down with a 3-yard gain. Speaking of game day, I heard your former coach Nick Saban on game day this morning say when he coached Alabama, the Tennessee game was their biggest rivalry game. Bigger to the players than Auburn. Deep throw and an incomplete pass through the hands of Brazel. Not sure he could have caught it in bounds. That surprised me. He said that never had to get the players up for Tennessee. That wasn't always the case for Auburn.
Well, Tennessee is one that, I mean, is so big as players. It's so big for the fan bases, too. I mean, especially those that live in North Alabama, South Tennessee. It's just a massive rivalry, and one that's with such a storied history. And it's a treat. It's a privilege to have a chance to have played in it 5 times. It really is.
2nd and 10. I did also, with the remote watch you on SEC Nation this morning. Here's Nico Iamaleava. Close to another first down. And you said on that show you think both of these teams are capable of winning a national championship. Do you still think that based on what you've seen today?
I think they can. It's just about where do they go from here. Based on where they're at and how they're playing today, it's unlikely. But with the 12-team playoff, it might very well turn into the team that's playing best at the right time. So I think you obviously got to take care of business in the regular season to get there, but it might be the teams that are peaking in December and January that ultimately pull off. And these guys are young. They can do it.
They converted on 3rd and 2 a moment ago. They convert on 3rd and 1. Bishop again. He's to the Alabama 45-yard line. 9 yards on the run from the redshirt freshman from right here in Knoxville. The pace picking up on offense. Low throw, diving catch, flag down at the line of scrimmage. They are ruling it a catch for Caleb Webb, his first of the day and 6th of the season if it counts. There have been 20 penalties assessed already. 13 against Alabama.
Illegal touching. Offense 84. The player was covered up on the line of scrimmage by a teammate. Touched the forward pass beyond the neutral zone. The penalty is 5 yards from the previous spot and includes a loss of down. It's now 2nd down.
And you could see Miles Kitzelman, he's covering up both guys on the line of scrimmage, which makes the slot receiver ineligible. So that's a good job by the official sorting that out with the tempo the Tennessee's playing. That one would be pretty easy to miss.
And the name Miles Kitzelman familiar to Alabama fans. He played at Alabama the last 2 years. Transferred to Tennessee this season. Still remains very close to a number of people in the Alabama program. Iamaleava given time, short throw. They get the penalty yardage back to the 45 on a completion to Holden Stays, the tight end.
3rd and long, and really might have 2 downs to get it here. If you are Josh Heupel and you're thinking aggressively, if you get 6 or 7 here, you might think about going for a 4th down. So not against a quick throw, against this pressure look from Alabama.
Option look. Big play for Bishop. And a flag thrown at the end of it. It's a 1st down, at least for the moment. Domani Jackson tripped him up. 18-yard run. It looked like there might have been a hold on the perimeter from one of the wide receivers for Tennessee, Chris Brazel.
Holding offense number 17.
That's a killer because it was not a factor in the play. They already had the 1st down.
And this is just really difficult. It's outside right here. And
maybe it is a factor. He might have been able to make the tackle.
Definitely. And he really had to hold that block forever. I mean, that's a really tough spot for Chris Brazel. But I'd like to think that as soon as that defender tries to unload, you would let go.
They do pick up 5 yards because it was from the spot of the foul. So from 3rd and 10 to 3rd and 5. And that play is dropped for a loss. Sampson. LT Overton with the penetration. And a 1-yard loss. Justin Jefferson involved as well. So now on 4th and 6. Fans boo as the punter comes on the field with 10:45 to go.
Yeah, and if you're Alabama, you thinking, hey, be alert for a fake punt here, because this right here is fake punt all day long. So probably go punt, return safe, and keep your eyes in the backfield.
Jackson Ross, redshirt sophomore from Melbourne, Australia, is the punter. Cole Adams back deep at his 10-yard line. And it took too long to get it off.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep your operation running. That's why at Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies and fast delivery. Call, clickgrainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Them just ran on a whole new set of bodies getting their punt return unit on as opposed to their defense.
23 penalties combined. End over end. And it takes a great bounce. It'll be down inside the 3-yard line. William right down there to down it. Nice punt by Jackson Ross. You're watching the SEC on ABC, presented by Burger King.
I'm your football-obsessed best man, and I think you having your big day during the big game is the worst. What, are you kidding me? Physically, I'm right here, but mentally, I'm here. Yeah, I do. Come on, speed it up. When all eyes are on you, my eyes are glued to the game. Touchdown, yeah. And if you didn't bundle your home and auto insurance, well, all of this could be tough to tackle. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
It's big, it's back, and it's only $6. Get the big box y'all love today.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Free Holiday Inn Express breakfast, anyone?
Express yourself. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Express yourself. You don't never need help from nobody else. All you got to do now.
Impressive. IHG Hotels and Resorts.
We've never spoken, but you've told us many things. You told us you love stargazing, almost as much as you hate parallel parking. Remember how you forget to charge your phone? All good. That heavy right foot of yours? We got you. The Lexus ES didn't begin in a studio. It began with you.
$7 Lux Cravings box from Taco Bell with the beefy 5-layer burrito, Doritos Locos Taco, and the Chicken Chalupa Supreme. The only thing not Lux about it is the price. The new $7 Lux Cravings box, only at Taco Bell.
You won't believe your ears.
We're celebrating Disney on Dancing with the Stars.
Fantastic. Well done.
That was truly the magic of Disney.
Disney Night on Dancing with the Stars, live Tuesday.
Alabama and Tennessee was the scoreless first quarter. First score of the game, Ryan Williams, a 5-yard touchdown catch from Jalen Milroe. After their third straight scoreless first half, Dylan Sampson, couple of touchdown runs. In the second half, in the third quarter, there was a field goal sandwiched in between, and then Justice Haynes a moment ago put Alabama back on top. First and 10, tied after the good punt. Marked at the 4-yard line. Haynes across the 5, and that's it. Well, I'm a believer, Greg, in this Tennessee defense. They came into today 4th in the country in scoring defense at 10.7 per game. Texas, Army, and Ole Miss, the only 3 teams better, and they're legit.
They're really good, and they are deep, too. This is Alabama's 70th offensive snap, and yet the pursuit is relentless for Tim Banks. Alabama with the ball in a 3-point lead. Milroe dives forward to the 8-yard line. Jackson Moy, the Stanford transfer, to the tackle. And another big third down, and the game filled with them. This is a massive one for Tennessee. Your coach a moment ago decided to punt, play the field position game to force a 3-and-out to get it back to your offense with good field position near midfield is enormous. So let's see if Tim Banks decides to kind of play a little more coverage. He's been aggressive. Let's see if he decides to drop out or heat him up again. Alabama 3 out of 11 today on third down. A stop here, and Tennessee should get it back with great field position. They bring pressure late. Milroe grounded one from the end zone for a safety last week. Got rid of it, and it comes up short. In the direction of Ryan Williams with Jermod McCoy in coverage. Terrific job by Tennessee's defense. They ramp up the pressure again. It's well covered downfield. Jalen tries to make something happen by escaping to his right. And there's just nobody home. Just excellent execution from the Volunteers defense.
4-3 and out of the day for the Crimson Tide. James Burnup's 6th punt of the day. Short kick, but the deep man, Cameron Selden, is way back. Let it bounce. Fortunate for him, it didn't bounce very far. 45-yard punt. Tennessee down by 3. The Vols will start at their own 46 when we come back to Knoxville.
At Burger King, we flame grill our burgers. Why? Because that's how it should be done. Hot, juicy, smoky, flame grilled, and made your way. Come experience the flame grilled difference with 2 Whopper Juniors for just $5.
Team, it's been a grind, but I think I've aged you well. Some might say perfect. Who's ready to show who's the cheesiest?
I woke up feeling the cheesiest, coach.
Cheez-It, official sponsor of the college football playoff.
What's up, y'all? I'm Jalen Milroe. Whether I'm training or recovering from a tough workout, rollback hoodies are one of my favorite items in my wardrobe. The versatility and stretch allow me to move freely and confidently out on the field. Make sure to check them out at rollback.com.
So what are you working on?
Something for the Garcias. Right there's great.
Love you, honey.
Thanks, Mom.
We've got 24 hours to get all of this under control.
Then you're gonna need these today.
Oh, we can deliver that.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow. Get delivery at the speed you need only at the Home Depot.
Meet the new Target Circle, the easiest way to get more Target. That means automatic deals when you join for free. That's the new Target Circle.
More cookies. Yeah.
This is your sign to do dinner at Cracker Barrel and dig into an irresistible shepherd's pie with crispy hash brown casserole on top. Or make your hash brown casserole a little more breakfasty. So get the crew together and come on in.
Okay, everybody got their Dos Equis playbooks? Good. There's only one play. Go for Dos. That means when we get a chance to go big, we take it. Let's roll some tape. In a corner with the odds stacked against you, you don't like the look of the defense. The bigger the reward.
That's how you...
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and get access to over 1,300 airport lounges. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
The SEC on ABC is presented by Burger King. You rule.
Dylan Sampson, 2 touchdown runs, but it's Alabama on a score by Haynes with a 3-point lead, 8:35 to go. Sluggish, to be kind, first half offensively for both teams. Alabama had the only touchdown on a Ryan Williams catch. There have been 23 penalties. But if you were striving for the positives, Alabama's had only 3 in the second half.
Only 23? Like more at times.
I feel like I was watching the Monday Night Football game the other day. I thought that was a lot, but I think we've surpassed the total number of flags that crew threw. Dylan Sampson, the running back. He's been a big part of the improved offense. Iamaleava kept it and slid to the 49-yard line of Alabama with a 5-yard pickup. This is the second best starting field position of the game for Tennessee.
I think if you're Tennessee, you stay committed to the run game. And I think now Nico's factor as well.
Running out of time and a low throw out in the flat for Sampson. Jeremiah Alexander brought some pressure.
3rd and 5. You're kind of in a bit of a tweener down here. really two options for Josh Heupel. You can run the ball with Sampson. I think kind of like that too. Had a lot of room to the outside, or you throw it in the direction of Brew McCoy because he's your most reliable weapon, and he's had a very productive third down run here to start the second half. He's lined up at the bottom of the screen.
We're a little surprised 2nd and 5 they didn't stick with the run, which has worked so well in the second half. Up to 186 rush yards for the game now. Fake one way, throw the other, and it's too far out in front of his receiver, but there are flags down. Intended for Brazel. Delmonte Jackson had the coverage. Crowd thinks there was a hold around the 30-yard line, and they are going to be correct.
Holding, offense, defense, excuse me, number 10. 10-yard penalty, previous spot, automatic first down.
Well, Ken Williamson's allowed to be off target once when he's had to call this many penalties. 14 for an even 100 yards now against Alabama. They're at the 39-yard line. Max Gilbert is a freshman, redshirt freshman field goal kicker. He's missed only 2 all year, but both from 53 yards. One of those today. Dylan Sampson spins down at the 32-yard line. Quay Rousseau made the tackle. 18 carries, 113 for Sampson. And there's Gilbert getting ready should he be called upon. Sampson again. First down, Tennessee at the 21-yard line. Mr. Iamaleava loves it.
It's rinse and repeat for Josh Heupel at Tennessee. I mean, they have Alabama on their heels. Hands are on the hips of some of these defenders. The run game is really starting to click. They got to stay committed to it.
Sampson patiently waiting for something to emerge. They had 44 rushing yards at the half. With that carry, they're up to 208 now for the game. Blown tire for Sampson. You know, the way they hurry up and spread you out, I think the perception of Josh Heupel's team has been their passing team. But this is a head coach 6 years in a row. His teams have rushed for 2,000 yards or more every season.
Yeah, they run it religiously, and then they set you up with the big play downfield. It's very difficult offense to defend.
As Kane Womack said, they spread you out sideline to sideline really to run the ball. Sampson again. You're going nowhere, says Tim Keenan. Sellout crowd here, 101,915. One of the great venues in all of college football. The 6th largest stadium hosting college football in the country. Michigan, Penn State, Ohio State, Texas A&M, LSU, the only with stadiums bigger than this one. They asked for an orange out from the fans, and they've delivered. They've delivered the noise as well. Third down, 5. 5 out of 11 on third down. Iamaleava, end zone, diving attempt, and it is caught for a touchdown. Chris Brazel puts Tennessee back on top.
What an effort by Brazel. The ball is perfectly placed. Does he secure it? Looks like he does. Ball's in the air. Got both hands on it. Ball moving just a hair, but I think he's got firm control as he goes to the ground.
I agree with you.
Just a tremendous catch by Brazel.
Transfer from Tulane. 13 All-American Athletic Conference last year when he caught 44 balls at 5 touchdowns. This will be his biggest catch as a Tennessee Vol if it stands. And he even caught it after King Mack grabbed his face mask for a moment, spun his head around.
Unbelievable.
To your point, hands under the ball as he goes to the ground. And what makes me think, there's a face mask grab. What makes me think it's a catch, too, is the official, the back judge on the back line. He has that view of it. And he deemed it a touchdown. And I think it's going to stand.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. Touchdown.
That was a great drive for Tennessee and really set up by their defense by getting that 3 and out against Alabama's offense deep in their own end. They get great field position as a result, and they pay it off with a big touchdown.
I think Josh Heupel's pregame talk next week before Kentucky's just say, let's treat the first quarter like it's the third quarter. Tale of two different teams, first half to second, week after week. Brazel the catch. Nico Iamaleava, his first touchdown throw of the day. Back and forth they go. The third lead change of this one on the third Saturday in October. Vols by 4.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stinks that just will never come out. Every now and then I rinse it out.
Downy Rinse and Refresh is formulated to remove odor better than detergent alone, with no rewashing.
One wash, it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh fights odor in just one wash, guaranteed. Brisket is back at Chipotle. Seasoned, smoked, seared, spiced, sauced, bold, and guacced. It's a whole new kind of brisket done the Chipotle way.
The future is threatened by enemies often unpredictable. When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant: Marines.
I'm out here telling people how they can save money with experience. You look like someone who has a lot of subscriptions.
I have a lot.
Too many, I'd say. You can see your subscriptions all in one place and cancel the ones you don't like. Dude, that's so easy.
I actually need that.
Get started.
我曾经很烦川普这个人，但说真的，在他执政期间，买菜比现在便宜，油价也比现在低，没有那么多不知底细的非法移民。我的城市比现在干净安全的多，晚上出个门也不必提心吊胆。相比哈里斯拜登执政这4年，川普在的时候，我的日子要好过得多。如果你也有同感，请为川普投票，毕竟我们选的是能办事的总统，又不是提供情绪价值的老公。
Paid for by Common Sense Maryland PAC and not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee.
Open up your world with Vabysmo.
A chance for up to 4 months between treatments with Vabysmo. Ask your doctor.
The $6 meal deal is here. It starts with Dunkin's legendary coffee, a toasty, melty bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, and a crispy, crumbly order of hash browns. It's kind of the biggest deal in breakfast. The $6 meal deal, available now.
There will be a Game 5!
You're watching the SEC on ABC. One of the great rivalries in college football, Alabama and Tennessee, for the 107th time over 123 years. Tennessee didn't score in the first half. They've scored touchdowns on 3 of their last 4 possessions. They've missed 2 field goals today, both long ones. Josh Turbyville, the kickoff, will go for a touchback coming up next. And a tough act to follow, even though it's #1 Texas and Quinn Ewers against Georgia. The Horns and the Bulldogs. Who do you like in that one?
You know, everything says Texas. Everything. Which makes me think Georgia's going to pull off a ridiculous performance tonight. I think Georgia goes in there and steals one, shockingly.
Can Alabama respond again? Not much on first down. Justice Haynes, the ball carrier, and a 1-yard gain. Omari Thomas there for the Tennessee defense. Alabama lines up quickly. Tennessee still milling around. 5.5 minutes to go. Milroe fires too high. He had Ryan Williams wide open near the 40 and missed him.
Just a big miss there by Milroe. I mean, Williams is open over the middle, and he's got plenty of space. You just got to drop that in there and allow your receiver to work. And a big third down now for Tennessee. This ferocious pass rush. Try to tee off. Keep it on number 27, James Pierce, working against the right tackle, Elijah Pritchett.
Loudest it's been all day, and that's saying a lot. Looked like Tennessee might have been offside. No flag. And Milroe down. James Pierce got there. Kalen DeBoer out on the field, wondering where's the flag. He certainly thought the Volunteers were offside.
It did look like he got a slight head start, but did he time it perfectly? Man, it looks like he's just barely in the neutral zone. It's a bang-bang play. One, I think you could call it. You could also leave it in your pocket. Very close.
James Burnett's punt allowed to roll, and it goes down to the 30. Snapper Neveland Hibbett down that 48-yard punt. Now it's Tennessee with the ball and the lead with 4:39 to go. Alabama in possession of all 3 of its timeouts. This has turned into, I'm not sure it's a classic when a game with this many penalties and turnovers and mistakes, but for excitement value, it's pretty hard to beat.
It is, and this rivalry just never fails to, it always delivers. I just love this game so much, but right now, Alabama's on their heels, and Tennessee's run game here in the second half behind Dylan Sampson and this offensive line have really gotten going. Nearly 100 yards in the second half alone, so Bama's got to stop the run here to give their offense another chance.
Dylan Sampson has taken charge here in the second half, tackled after a 1-yard run by Jihad Campbell. Kalen DeBoer, with this much time left, opting not to start using timeouts.
Got to think, too, if I'm Tennessee, I'd rather run it between the tackles. That's where Dylan Sampson makes most of his hay and use some counteraction, but I want to hit it downhill so his speed and power can be emphasized, and you can maybe run through some fatigued defenders.
Up to 129 yards rushing for Sampson. He had 35 at the half. But he also had 6 carries at the half. He now has 23 for the game. Deontay Lawson stopped him. And again, Kalen DeBoer is going to let the clock roll.
Big decision here, too, from Josh Heupel. Do you opt to give it to your quarterback, who hasn't made a ton of starts, it's his 7th career start, throw it in a critical 3rd and long, or do you hand it off again and trust your offensive line and run game and your defense here on a pivotal 3rd down?
6 out of 12 on 3rd down. It's a middle screen, and dropped immediately is the tight end, Ethan Davis. By Bray Hubbard, a stop, a 3-and-out forced by Kane Womack's defense.
That is big time. I mean, this defense has taken a lot of heat the last few weeks.
Would you use any of your timeouts here?
Not yet. No, I'd hang on to them. At this point, you never know. I mean, if your offense stalls again, you might need him to get off the field again. So I don't feel comfortable yet calling those timeouts.
Here's Jackson Ross. His 4th punt. They let the play clock go all the way down. There's a flag down at the line of scrimmage. Cole Adams made a few miss and went out of bounds across the 25-yard line. Important that it's 4th down and 6, because if it's against Alabama for 5 yards, it still wouldn't be a Tennessee 1st down. They're over asking Kalen DeBoer about it, so apparently it's against Tennessee.
Illegal formation, offense, not enough players on the line of scrimmage. The 5-yard penalty will be enforced from the end of the return, first down.
Well, the last time they had the ball, and there have been 24 penalties assessed, that one at the end of the run. At the end of this game, though, Greg, and let's bring in Matt Austin. It might be about a flag that wasn't thrown. Matt, what do you think on this play?
Well, I think the defender, he definitely started before the snap, and because he was so close to the neutral zone, I do think his helmet was offside when the ball was snapped. So this should have been a flag. It's hard to get. Sometimes they time it perfectly. I think they missed one.
All right. That is a wild throw by Jalen Milroe, nowhere near Justice Haynes. 2:21 to go, all 3 timeouts for the Tide, and a field goal really does them no good.
It's important for Jalen Milroe here, too, to acknowledge, hey, this pass rush is ferocious. But don't be afraid to use your legs. Your legs are a weapon in this scenario, especially when they're dropping deep in coverage, so don't be afraid to take off.
Play clock at 5. 4-man rush. Milroe retreating. Dumps it off. Justice Haynes down the sideline. Somehow they turned that one into a gain. Out just shy of the line to gain. It'll be 3rd down and a little more than 1. And a 2-minute timeout will happen before they snap it again. 2 minutes to go, all 3 timeouts. Alabama still has 61 yards to cover, fighting the balls in this sellout crowd.
Come on, rookie, you sleep down here. Is that?
Whoa, Reggie Bush. Yeah. Lost track of time in there. So, what's new?
Since you asked.
Pretty cool. Anything else? What is he doing?
He's watching the game.
Introducing new Oroxon Gel, the first FDA-cleared ED treatment available without a prescription. Oroxon Gel is clinically proven to work within 10 minutes, so you and your partner can experience the heights of intimacy. New Oroxon ED Treatment Gel.
You know what's better than 1 Papa John's pizza? 2 Papa John's pizza for only $6.99 each.
Only at Papa John's, bundle 2 or more Papa Pairings menu items for $6.99 each. Get your favorites for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, better get you some Papa John's.
As a Great Clip Salon stylist, I love giving customers the look they want. With Clip Notes, we save your haircut details, so it's one less thing for you to worry about. And when I see that confidence at the end of the cut, that's everything to me.
On a tense fan spell by Dr. Pepper.
Holy smoke, State 1 and the fans are going wild. Deputy Ewers, quick, call for backup.
Backup?
Yes, Deputy Quinn Ewers.
We don't need any backup. I got this.
Call backup.
I'm sorry, did you say you wanted a Dr. Pepper?
I said backup.
Look, we don't need any backup, even if he has great hair and famous relatives.
I think we're talking about 2 different things here.
College football, it's a Pepper thing.
You know I made it to the playoff.
Without any backup. I get it.
This one is for everyone who ran the marathon yesterday. Hope you're doing okay out there.
Soft drinks are just $1 at Wendy's. Any size, anytime. 3 p.m. Fanta, 10 p.m. Sprite, 7:46 a.m. Coke. Yeah, you're built different. Dollar soft drinks, any size, gotta be Wendy's.
I have a surprise for you.
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah. Feast your eyes on this.
Oh, that's sexy. Feels so new.
I want to feel this feeling again and again.
Can I hold it?
How bad do you want to hold it?
I'm not gonna beg, but pretty please.
Or they don't. Go ahead, press a button.
Oh, it's glowing.
Apple Intelligence. We should do this more often.
Agreed.
Rekindle the feeling of love with the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. And feel it again and again with the latest iPhone every year with AT&T Next Up Anytime.
While we were away, John Allman in the replay booth took a look at the run after the catch by Haynes. And he stepped out of bounds across the 32-yard line. So they brought the ball back to the 33 instead of the 39. So instead of 3rd and 1, it's 3rd and 7. For Alabama, down by 4 at the 2-minute timeout.
I think it's 4-down territory.
5-man rush, pressure up the middle, and it's dropped behind Kendrick Law. Tim Banks brought pressure, woofing after the play and some shoving. And there is the flag down back at the line of scrimmage. I don't think it was the post-play nonsense. There have already been 25 assessed penalties, which is the most you won't be surprised to know in an SEC game this year, and the most since 2019 when Auburn and LSU combined for 27 assessed penalties.
After the play was over, personal foul, offense number 1.
My goodness. And the down counts.
Just a terrible decision by Kendrick Law. Jawing at him, but he retaliates and punches and pushes, the defender right in the face, and that's going to get called every single time. Just a terrible decision. And now you're off.
For extra delicious game days, just add Eckrich. And fill out the official bracket of the College Football Playoff at officialcfpbracketchallenge.com.
Sure, I'm on my phone a lot, but it's actually so useful. I found the perfect car and had it financed, all on Driveway.com.
That color? Wait, what are you... Awesome color.
See? So useful.
Driveway, the way to buy and sell your car online.
Hard to snap. Timeout, Tennessee. First time out of the half.
Matt, I would like to go back because that's a huge penalty, obviously. Instead of 4th and 7, it's 4th and 22. Clearly, Law shoves Carter, but it's after Carter gets right in his face.
Please put 1 minute and 55 seconds. Thank you.
What happened to taunting?
Well, I certainly think in this case that offsetting fouls would have been appropriate. You're exactly right, Sean. He did get up. He did get right in his face. You don't know what he was saying. You don't know if it was actually taunting or not. But in this situation, because there was a retaliation, I would have liked to see them offset.
Yeah, I would agree with you. That's a very tough one to throw, especially where clearly Carter was right in Law's face.
He definitely was. But this is the decision here from Kalen DeBoer to go for it on 4th and 22. I mean, the percentage chance of you converting 4th and 22 as opposed to getting a 3-and-out defensively, what's better odds? The way the defense has played most of the night, I would kick it here as opposed to going for it in a low percentage probability.
Analytics say go for it on 15 or less, kick it 16 or more. This is 22. But as we said, Kalen made a couple of decisions earlier this year based on analytics, didn't like it, felt bad about it after the fact. They bring pressure. It's a screen. It was a floater to Justice Haynes, and he does not get the first down. Got out across the 31, but needed the 40. Will Brooks there. They got 13 on 4th and 22. But now they desperately need 3 straight stops, use their timeouts, force a field goal try or 4th down attempt by Tennessee, and hope they get the ball back one more time for a miraculous opportunity to win it or tie it.
And this is just a critical error by the freshman Ryan Williams. He's got to go block. And if he blocks and gets a piece of that guy, Justice Haynes can bust to the outside and potentially pick it up. I mean, it's like Ryan Williams is going to sleep thinking he might throw it to him, and he just completely whiffs on the block, which allows Tennessee to rally up and make the play. That's just a critical mistake by the young freshman.
Sampson goes ahead for about 4. Timeout called by Alabama. The Tide still with 2 remaining.
Timeout. Alabama. Second timeout this half. Who's at 1 minute, 44 seconds. What a game clock. 1-4-4.
You would expect more of Sampson, would you not?
I don't know how you could possibly justify giving it to anybody else. He did have the fumble earlier, but he's been your workhorse all game long. 16 second half carries, 100 yards in the second half. I think he absolutely has to touch it at least 2 more times on this drive.
Tale of 2 halves, as was the case when they rallied last week to beat Florida. Each team with 1 loss, both 5-1. Critical game in the SEC race and with an eye toward the 12-team college football playoff. The numbers would indicate Tennessee needs the win more. They really don't have a win right now against the team that's currently ranked. NC State and Oklahoma were when they beat them, but not anymore. Oklahoma is fading fast. Sampson wrapped up. He got 2. And there will be a 3rd down and 4. Tim Keenan, the middle of that defense, led the way.
Alabama, they're second of the